Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Wednesday, the 7th of February 2024. In today's Millwall news, we start off with this from the South London Press, the London News Online.co.uk. Millwall boss confident he has adequate striker cover despite injury setback for summer signing. Millwall head coach Joe Edwards is confident he has a number of striker options to cover the absence of Kevin Nisbet. The Scottish international is set to be out for a sustained period of time with a hamstring injury. The Lions boss gave 45-minute runouts to Michael Obafemi and Tom Bradshaw on last Saturday's 1-0 defeat at Hull City. Bradshaw is only just back from a hamstring injury, while Burnley loanee Obafemi is working his way back to full match sharpness after a lack of game time at his parent club in the first half of the campaign. Adomo and Marco played in different positions but some sort of striker role, Edwards told the South London Press when asked if he felt there was more permutations up front than just Bradshaw and Obafemi. You can interpret the striker role in different ways and play in different ways to suit players' attributes, but Domu can certainly play up front in some capacity, and Ryan Longman has done it in the past as well. So we've got plenty of different options up there. Would that be the Ryan Longman who's out with a shoulder injury? Once you start looking at different style of play, you can change and go with two up and have different types of strikers. You can have a split striker style, someone like Duncan Watmore comes into play, which he's done before. Once everyone's fit, we've got several options up there, and that includes Tom and Michael. They both played 45 at the weekend, which was pre-planned because they both went into the game not at full fitness. The whole purpose is that the only way to get the players up to a place where they've got more minutes in the tank available is by putting them through it. So that was just thought process behind it, that we needed to get them quickly to that place where they both had more than half in them. Now they've done it and come through a couple of days training since then, and hopefully keep progressing through the week. They will be at a point where I can use them for as much as we want. Ryan Longman saw a specialist this week about his dislocated shoulder sustained in the 1-1 home draw against Preston. His shoulder injury is a bit like Adomu's. Isn't as bad as it could have been, said Edwards. He's getting reintroduced to outdoor training on his own at the start of next week to try and quickly be accelerated back into some kind of modified training. He's aiming to be available for that block of games next week. We'll have to take it day by day, but it's definitely not a serious one. Doma is open to rejoin at the end of this week or the start of next week. Ryan has been back in full training this week after being sidelined with a hamstring tear. Nice, so there you go. More on that later. We have photographs from the training ground today. But before then, we go to this from southwarknews.co.uk. Joe Edwards explains why he thinks new boy Adam Mayer will have no trouble settling at Millwall ahead of his potential debut on Sunday. Having been suspended for the trip to Hull City, the 19-year-old winger could make his first Lions appearance in the televised game at Coventry City. Joe Edwards is certain that Millwall's newest player, Adam Mayer, will settle in just fine thanks to the Lions' sociable dressing room. The 19-year-old winger signed from Morecambe just before the end of the January window, but was suspended for last weekend's match at Hull due to the number of bookings he had picked up for the League Two club. Mayer did not travel up north with the rest of the squad on Saturday in order to give himself time to adjust to his new life as a Championship player in London. Edwards said he and the rest of the coaching staff are keeping a close eye on the youngsters to help with this transition, and he is confident that the Mill dressing room will play its part. The Lions head coach told our paper the biggest first stage of his move for him is in the move in terms of relocating down to London and away from his family. He did a couple of days training with us, but then he took the weekend to go home and get all of his stuff together and ready to probably make the move and start afresh this week. He's now got a full week with game at the end of it and the opportunity to be involved in it. For myself and the coaching staff, it's constantly touching base with him every couple of days and asking if things are going smoothly. And then we have people at the club as well who are helping him look for property, settle in, and work out the area. We've also got a great bunch of players, a lot of senior players who've been at Millwall for a long time. So in terms of his teammates, he'll have no trouble being helped to settle in. Mayer registered 3 goals and 5 assists in 23 league appearances for Morecambe this season. Overall, he made 67 appearances for the Lancashire-based club. And that's it. So there you go. Now, moving on to this interview with Japhet Tanganga. from the southwarknews.co.uk. Previous Millwall interest, why it hasn't worked at Spurs, and big game player. Oh, this is premium content. I did not realise that. Yes, this is news at Den Plus. I didn't realise that, otherwise I wouldn't have brought it up. But this is paid for story. Obviously, news at Den are doing this thing this season where you subscribe or you can pay per article. And obviously, I'm not gonna pay for it and then show it online because that would be taking the fucking piss. And that's not what we do here at the Daily Millwall, is it? Wink, wink. Now, moving on to this, the photos from today's training. And I do wonder who got injured in today's training. But there's Sarkic there. Did he save that or did that go past him? Who knows? And here we go. We've got Clarity. We've got Joe Bryan. And in blur, we've got George Honeyman and Tom Bradshaw. That back, I think that's Jake Cooper's back. What's happened? Why has he got a hunch? He's getting a bit of an hunchback on. He wants to be careful with that, otherwise he'll be doing security at the Den. Ryan Leonard there in a blur, that's recognisable. And who's that one behind Tom Bradshaw? I'm going to say that's Zion Fleming, but I am not too sure. Frankie Fid, you might not know him, number 35. He is a under 21 player who I think has just come back from injury, so he played in the game, their last game, first game back for a while, and they won. Isn't that strange? There is Connell Truman. Hopefully he saved that. Spot the ball. That looks like he did save that. That is the new guy, Adam Mayer. And then under his arm, that's George Walker. So the new guy's got number 12. Number 12, everyone. Number 12. That is Danny McNamara there. That is the under 21 goalkeeper, Ethan Waddy. He plays with the helmet. I don't know if that's why that is. He was at Chelsea, so I don't know if he thought, oh, Peter Cech's wearing it, I should be wearing it too. Or if he's actually had a kick in the head. I don't know what's going on. But better safe than sorry, yeah? That is George Walker there. Ryan Leonard, Duncan Watmore, Adam Mayer, staring at the camera. Doesn't look too pleased. What's going on here? Wes Harding, Tanganga, Jake Cooper, Jules Saville there for Zion Fleming, again hiding behind Wes Harding. And Frankie Vid in the top left corner. Joe Bryan there. Tom Bradshaw, George Honeyman with his dark black hair, George Honeyman. Tanganga there. Romain Esse with the braids looking sharp. Nice. And there's Murray Wallace there looking. What's he looking at? Romain's arse? Tanganga's arse? I don't know. It's the camera angle, isn't it? Duncan Watmore there. And Obafemi. George Saville. And we're back to the beginning. And there you go. So yeah, we'll find out. We'll probably find out what Sunday morning when we get the team selection who got injured in the training this week. As it is, you know, like every week someone's getting injured, so it's bizarre, isn't it? But yeah, Sunday on TV on Sky. Coventry, we're playing them, and they played yesterday in the FA Cup, and they played at home to Sheffield Wednesday and beat them. I believe it was 4-1. So even though they got an extra game midweek, it doesn't look like they tired them out that much. So obviously winning 4-1 will do anyone in the world of wonders, so it looks like they're going to be well up for it. So yes, oof. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.